The Immigration White Paper rightly recognises that we need an immigration system which is fair, firm and clear. Those who have come to this country to work hard, contribute and play by the rules should be able to see a well-defined route to citizenship. That pathway must be bound by rules which are consistent, transparent and well understood. That said, in Bracknell, I have heard from constituents who are potentially going to be affected by a shift from a 5+1 year to a 10+1 year route to citizenship. Many of these residents are almost at the 5-year point today and have already built lives and careers here. Understandably, they're worried that just as they reach that threshold, the rules will change beneath their feet. My firm view is that when people come to this country on the basis of a clear settlement route, we should respect that understanding. And at the very least, any change should be introduced in a staggered way. That is the fair and right thing to do. Importantly, this moment provides us with the opportunity to properly re-examine the individual components of our immigration system, and that includes the BNO visa scheme. When the Conservatives launched it, it was billed as a bespoke pathway that honoured our historic obligations to the people of Hong Kong. In reality, however, far too many BNO holders have found themselves bound by the same rules as other visas. That's not what was promised, and it does not reflect our historic commitment and the unique circumstances which brought Hong Kongers to our country. And here I'm afraid I do disagree with my honourable friend, the member for Edinburgh East. It does matter the route that people come to this country. The Hong Kong community is making a remarkable contribution to Britain. A 2023 survey found that 99% of BNO visa holders intend to settle permanently and become British citizens, and they're highly skilled. Almost 6 in 10 hold a degree or postgraduate qualification, compared to a third of the UK population. Yet despite this, only about half are currently in work, compared to 3/4 of the UK as a whole. That gap reflects the barriers people still face, barriers we should be helping to dismantle. I've seen firsthand the contributions of Hong Kong families in Bracknell. I recently met with our local Hong Kong community, and while I was inspired by their resilience and the way they enriched our town, I also heard about the barriers and uncertainty they now face. And I want to thank the 487 Bracknell constituents who signed the petition on BNO visas we're here to discuss today. One young woman at my meeting told me about how ready she is to continue her studies, but has been priced out of university because she does not yet qualify for home fees. Extending the length of time BNO visa holders must wait to secure settled status also means extending the length of time they are liable to pay international fees, despite living in this country, achieving their A-levels at UK schools and looking to build their adult lives and careers and lend their considerable talents to the UK. Another constituent is a talented professional dancer who teaches local students. She's unable to dance for Britain in international competitions because of her visa status, despite being exactly the kind of role model we should be championing. And I also met a young married couple who have bought a home and started a life in Bracknell, but feel they cannot yet start a family because of uncertainty over their future status. These stories are not abstract policy points, they are the lived experiences of people who are already making an incredible contribution to our country and our community. It was precisely because of these concerns that I, together with Labour colleagues, wrote to the former Home Secretary earlier this summer. And we urged her to ensure that the BNO visa holders are not unfairly disadvantaged by retrospective changes to the settlement route, and that the promises made to Hong Kongers when this scheme was created are properly upheld. At my public meeting, I was also saddened, but not shocked, to hear that some members of the Bracknell Forest Hong Kong community had chosen not to come to the meeting because of the fear of transnational repression. They were concerned that by engaging in the democratic process and speaking to their local Member of Parliament, a right which must be available to every man, woman and child living in this country, they would make themselves targets for the long reach of the Chinese and Hong Kong governments. This is a powerful reminder of why the previous government, with the Labour Party's full support, brought in the BNO visa route in the first place, the Hong Kong National Security Act. We owe it to the Hong Kongers rebuilding their lives in the UK to ensure the BNO visa scheme is properly bespoke, so we can live up to our historic obligations.
Before I